Welcome to the AI for Career Success podcast by Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. I'm your host, Fred Jones.
And I'm Daphne Blake.
And this is episode 178. Usually when we sit down, we're talking about something really tactical.
Right, like how to write a better prompt or which new tool will save you time.
Exactly. But today, we have to zoom out. Way out. We're looking at a story that is, and this is not an exaggeration, shaking the foundations of the entire tech world.
It is a massive legal battle, and the numbers involved, Fred, they're hard to comprehend.
Give us the big one. What's the sticker price on this lawsuit?
$134 billion.
It doesn't even feel like a real number. And the fight is basically the heavyweight championship of tech, right? The richest man in the world, Elon Musk.
Versus the hottest startup in history, OpenAI, and their biggest partner, Microsoft.
Right. And I can already hear people listening, a project manager or a developer, thinking, okay, billionaires fighting. Why does this matter to me?
And that is the perfect question. Because this isn't just drama. This is about the ownership of the tools you are probably using for your job right now.
ChatGPT, Copilot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This fight is about who controls them, how they operate, and what they might cost in the future. The outcome of this trial really could change the tools you rely on every day.
So let's get into the details. Musk is suing OpenAI and Microsoft, but he isn't just asking for his initial investment back, is he?
No, not at all. This is way beyond that. The legal term they're using is disgorgement of wrongful gains.
Disgorgement. It sounds intense.
It is. It basically means he is asking the court to force them to hand over profits they made unethically, in his view.
So not just you owe me money, but the money you have, you got because you wronged me.
That's the argument, that the entire value of OpenAI today exists because of his early involvement, and that they got that value under, well, false pretenses.
Okay, so let's break down that $134 billion number. How does that split between the two companies?
So from OpenAI, he's seeking a range. It's between $65.5 billion and up to $109 billion.
Just from the startup. I mean, that would sink almost any company on Earth.
And then from Microsoft, he's asking for an additional $13 to $25 billion.
So what's the logic? He walked away years ago. He's not a shareholder. How could he claim he's owed $100 billion now?
Well, this is where his legal team is being very clever. They're arguing that there would literally be no OpenAI without him.
He put in the early cash, I read that.
He did.
Yeah.
The filings say he contributed about $38 million.
$38 million.
Which was around 60% of the entire seed funding. So he was, the main financial backer at the very start.
But still, $38 million to $134 billion. That's a wild return on investment.
It is, but they argue his contribution wasn't just cash, it was the intangible stuff.
You mean the Elon effect?
Exactly, the prestige, his reputation. The lawsuit claims he personally recruited key engineers and taught the founders how to scale the business.
So he's saying, I didn't just give you money, I gave you credibility.
And now that you've used that credibility to become a $500 billion company, I'm entitled to my share of that value.
Because they changed the rules on him, the whole nonprofit thing.
That's the entire friction point. He claims he invested in a mission to benefit humanity, and they turned around and made it a for-profit product. So now he wants the return he would have gotten if he'd been a for-profit investor from day one.
It's a pretty compelling argument, at least on the surface. So what's the legal reality here? Is a judge actually going to let this go to trial?
It's already happening. That's the big news. U.S. District Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers in Oakland, California, has officially ruled that the case can go to trial.
Wow. So it's not getting tossed out. When is this happening?
Get your calendar out.
Yeah.
April 2026.
Coming up fast in legal time.
It is. And the judge said something really interesting. She said there's plenty of evidence to suggest OpenAI's leaders gave assurances that the nonprofit structure would stay.
That sounds like a big problem for OpenAI. So what's their defense? How do you even respond to a number that big?
Well, they're calling the demand unserious, and the whole thing a harassment campaign.
Unserious. That's a strong word.
It is. Their main line of attack is that this is just about competition. I mean, we have to remember, Musk runs a competitor now.
Right. XAI and their chatbot Grok.
Exactly. So OpenAI is saying this is just him using the courts to slow down a rival. They even claim that back in the day, Musk actually wanted to take control and merge OpenAI with Tesla.
Wait, so the guy suing them for becoming a for-profit wanted to make them his for-profit?
According to OpenAI, yes. So they're painting a picture of him being angry that they succeeded without him.
That definitely complicates the saving humanity narrative.
Yeah.
What about Microsoft's angle?
Microsoft is arguing they didn't aid and abetted anyone, they're just a partner. Both of them have challenged the damages as made up and completely unverifiable.
Okay, we are going to have to pause right there. Let's take a brief break for a special message from our producer, Curt Robbins.
Hi, this is Curt Robbins. First, thanks for listening. I truly appreciate your support. I want to let you know that I'm currently accepting new clients. My rates are affordable, and I have more than 25 years of experience working for enterprise companies like Microsoft, Northrop Grumman, Oracle, PNC Bank, FedEx, USAA, and Wells Fargo, among many others. If you want to improve your IT documentation and communications, hire me. I deliver fast, know how to use AI to improve efficiency and accuracy, and love going the extra mile to satisfy my clients. Thank you for subscribing and listening. Back to you, Daphne and Fred.
Welcome back to the AI for Career Success podcast. We were just talking about those made-up numbers, but someone had to come up with them. Who did the actual math to get to $134 billion?
Yeah, that would be Musk's expert witness, a financial economist named C. Paul Wazan.
And is he a credible figure in the space?
Oh, very. He's been an expert witness in nearly 100 complex cases like this. He's the one who looked at OpenAI's valuation, which the analysis cites as $500 billion.
$500 billion. Unbelievable.
And he basically calculated what he thinks Musk's foundational contribution is now worth. The argument is that Microsoft, which owns 27%, and OpenAI built that entire valuation on Musk's seed money and reputation.
But here's the part that I find so ironic about this whole thing. We're talking about Elon Musk. His net worth is what now?
It's hovering around $700 billion. 700 billion. He's richer than the next guy on the list by $500 billion, and he just got that massive Tesla pay package approved.
A $1 trillion package, yeah.
So why sue for $134 billion? He doesn't need the money. It's a rounding error for him.
And that's the question, isn't it? It really reinforces the idea that this is about principle for him. Or
control.
Or control. Or slowing down a competitor.
Yeah.
But there's another layer to it. He's apparently expressed real fear about artificial general intelligence, or AGI.
The super smart AI that could be a danger to humanity.
Right. And he's allegedly said he's worried for his kid's future if AGI is controlled by a for-profit like OpenAI. So in his mind, this lawsuit could be a way of, protecting the world.
It's the I have to take your billions so you don't accidentally build Skynet argument.
Or the more cynical take is, I have to take your billions so my AI can save the world instead.
And OpenAI, I assume, says he's just misrepresenting the whole history. They accuse him of cherry-picking private journal entries to build his case. So it's a massive he said, she said, with a jury of regular people in Oakland set to decide who's right.
I do not want to be on that jury. Yeah. So let's wrap this all up. A trial is coming in April 2026.
That's right.
It's going to decide if OpenAI breached its original mission and if they owe their very existence to Elon Musk.
And $100 billion.
And $100 billion. So bring it back home for the professional listening right now. What is the real takeaway for their career?
I think there are two big things. One, it highlights the immense value of early adoption and your network. Musk is literally arguing his contacts and his reputation were worth billions. That's a powerful lesson.
Your network is your net worth. It's true.
And second, it's a reminder that the tools you use every day, ChatGPT, Copilot, they are businesses first. They're subject to these huge legal battles that could absolutely change how they work.
So the stability of our AI toolkit is literally what's on trial here.
It is. A $100 billion judgment would have a massive impact on their ability to develop new models, their pricing, everything. The ground beneath our feet is shifting.
Well, it is definitely a story we'll be watching as we get closer to April. A reminder that tech moves fast, but the law has a very, very big hammer.
A very heavy hammer indeed.
Thank you for listening to the AI for Career Success podcast from Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll see you next time.